All right, Tom, now more of the day's news at 27 minutes before 6 o'clock. A Rhode Island chiropractor says he was strong-armed by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island. As NBC 10's Dan Janig reports this morning, the man took his complaints to the FBI.
It all centers around this massage chair and traction table used by an occupational therapist at Back to Health Chiropractic here in Narragansett. Chiropractic Dr. Jay Korsen says since 2001, he's been using the same insurance code to file claims with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island for patients who were treated with the equipment. No problems.
Never had a problem, never was talked to, never was spoken to, never given any heads up about it. We got stamp of approval.
That was back in 2002.
Correct.
That was until this past January, when Korsen claims a Blue Cross Blue Shield rep requested a 15-minute friendly chat. Looking back, would you say it was a friendly visit?
No, it was not a friendly visit.
What were they doing here?
They're here to see if they can find any dirt on my office, which obviously they couldn't find.
Korsen claims Blue Cross refused to allow him to videotape the meeting and discouraged him from having his attorney present. Finally, in March, a meeting in his office with attorneys on both sides present. A meeting Korsen secretly recorded on the advice of a national consultant who warned him that Blue Cross may be trying to strong-arm him.
We had a call come in, complaint, right, on a hotline, which we have to look into.
Okay.
On the tape, the men Korsen identifies as Blue Cross reps say they received a complaint from a patient and later revealed the chiropractic office topped their provider list in claims for treatment with the chair and table. On the tape, the men request additional paperwork on the equipment, then leave. Days later, Dr. Korsen received this letter from the insurance company, claiming Korsen intentionally misrepresented his service with the equipment and demanded more than $400,000 in past claims from 2003.
I was never given any notice that I did anything wrong prior to that day. I never broke any laws. I followed the codes. Everything that we've done in the office, I actually have letters from the state of Rhode Island saying that we were above board and legal.
What happened next sent Korsen to the FBI. He says Blue Cross Blue Shield began to recoup the money from new claims.
They begin to approve claims on the patients that I'm currently seeing, tell the patients and their employers that they're paying the claims, yet they're withholding that money, embezzling that money, or allegedly embezzling that money, and not giving us a check. So they're holding 100% of our payments back.
So they're acting as their own collection agency.
They're acting as their own collection agency is a good way of putting it.
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island would only tell us that they are investigating the matter. And as is standard procedure, the FBI won't comment on any possible ongoing investigation.
That is illegal under the federal guidelines.
Korsen says he got no hearing, no appeal, and now claims his new patients are paying the bill without knowing.
This could be the single largest healthcare fraud case in the United States right now.
Dr. Korsen's attorney verifies the meeting with Blue Cross reps. Korsen has now cut ties with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island, but claims they're still deducting money until his contract expires. He hopes by going public here on NBC 10 that other doctors may have the same claims will also come forward. In the newsroom, Dan Janig, NBC 10 News.
And I'll have more of the day's news in a moment. Right now, thank you, Tom. It's now 27 minutes before 6 o'clock, 5:33 in the morning. Just 2 days after a doctor leveled strong accusation against Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island, he learned he was being sued. Blue Cross has filed a $100,000 lawsuit against this doctor for damages caused by his going public with his complaints. This is that chiropractor we profiled earlier this week. And this morning, NBC 10's Dan Janig has the follow-up story.
Another example of how Goliath is trying to attack David.
Hit with a lawsuit Thursday from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island. 2 days after Dr. Jay Korsen made accusations against the insurance company here on NBC 10 and claimed he went to the FBI over it.
I believe that this lawsuit is a retaliation against my appearing in the media to tell my side of the story.
The suit seeks $100,000 in damages, claiming by going on NBC 10, he made false statements that defamed Blue Cross and brought the insurance company into disrepute with its members and with employer groups.
That's just another attempt to strong-arm me into being quiet, and I'm going to stand up for the rights of the physicians and the patients that trust me.
It all comes after Blue Cross accused Dr. Korsen and an occupational therapist here at Back to Health Chiropractic in Narragansett of miscoding this treatment chair and table when he filed his insurance claims since 2003. The suit claims their patients weren't getting mechanical traction services like they claimed, but rather were placed in motorized massage chairs and on motorized massage tables.
Blue Cross Blue Shield representatives have been in my office. They've seen the equipment, they saw the billing, they approved it back then, and now they've changed their mind.
Blue Cross seeks damages from what it calls fraudulent claims of $400,000 going back to 2003. Money Korsen claims Blue Cross has been illegally taking from new claims as they're filed. You coded that chair and that table the way you believed, according to the definition, it should have been coded.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Korsen ended his relationship with Blue Cross, says he went to the FBI, and now has retained a New York law firm known for class action lawsuits that is now investigating the situation.
And now I'm glad that we're standing up for the doctors who felt that they couldn't stand up to the Blue Cross Blue Shield because if they were dropped, their practices would have collapsed.
Brian Hufford says he's seen this behavior with insurance companies in the past and encouraged others with similar claims to come forward. But Blue Cross says they are simply trying to retrieve funds on behalf of their members. In the newsroom, Dan Janik, NBC 10 News.
Authorities say the driver of